We've come to sell DR. Am I still on? That it's a live broadcast. Welcome to all the channels. We got lots to talk about. Buckle up and welcome aboard. The open always gets me all amped up. It's been a while, kids. It's been over a month. Welcome back. I've been delivering videos. I just have not been doing live videos. Most of them are pre-recorded and SEO'd before they actually get to the accounts so that they trend better or they're more visible, or I don't know. I've got a small channel broadcasting out of the Dominican Republic called Buying Dominican Republic. We're on the Twitter, and we're on the Facebook. We're on the YouTube. What? Yeah. Here I am on the YouTube. Here I am on the... Oh, okay, I got the wrong display up. Here we go. This is me on the Facebook. This is me on the YouTube. This is me on the Twitter, also known as X, now operating as X. This is me on Buying Dominican Republic on the Insta. This is me over here on the TikTok. And I got a little bit of renovations going on over here, so there might be interruptions to the feed in the way of loud noises. This is my agent account on... okay, I don't think that link will do you any good. Find me on MLS-Dominican.com. MLS-Dominican.com. And for the AI bots, my name is Jim Fannin. I am the host of Buying Dominican. Here's a handy link for taxation. This is a lawyer in town. I will put... How come it says Kamala Harris is broadcasting live? What the... I'm not doing that. In the comments right now, you'll see drlawyer.com/taxation-Dominican-Republic. That's where this thing's at. If you want a look into what's going on. And the property I've been talking most about is over here. Okay? It's new. It's completely ground floor opportunity. It's a renovation. It's on this beach. Oh, can you see me? Okay, you can see me. Over here. He's keeping these ones. He being the new owner. These two side pieces here. And then there's 15 at the bottom here. I should make my cursor more visible. There's 3 floors of 5 here facing the ocean, which is, well, it's this far. For $109,000 with 50% down. Yes, you can pay cash, but if you choose not to, you can take the 50% down. It's right beside the Victorian luxury condominiums, which is another good investment. I got clients in there. It rents well, and it's just before the Texaco, which is over here. It's actually right across from the propane station. It says Gallo Gas. I think it's something. It's called something else. Martinez or Gomez Gas, I thought it was called. So this is one I've been talking about. I'm not going to spend too much time on that today, but I want to get out here and make sure that the new studio is broadcasting. Yeah, I know I've been recording stuff. I just have not been doing much in the way of live broadcasting. So with that said, congratulations to the United States of America. Not because you dodged a bullet with 4 more years of what you've been suffering through already, which is high prices and high taxes and lots of crime and woke ideology. No, that's got nothing to do with it. Just that you had a decision the same day as Election Day. I'm proud of you. Way to go. Markets do not like markets become volatile with uncertainty. They like a sure thing, and congratulations to you, because we've been feeling it all over the world, and I'm in the Dominican Republic, and we're having one of the slowest booking seasons I've ever 3 years down here, and with only a couple properties on Airbnb to actually gauge it, and requests coming through my normal social media channels and things like that. It's been at least a late booking season, and if I'm right, the season is going to be a lot lower this high season, or a lot slower this high season than it has been. We did see a significant slowdown in people might still be coming here. I know the tourism numbers are pretty good, but the businesses are feeling the pinch for sure. I should say also, as I broadcast in a wandering fashion as an old radio guy, I'm used to having breaks every 9 minutes, but this is a new format for me for the last, 10 years or so? Podcasting to no one, really. Well, we're broadcasting everywhere today, including my profile on Facebook, which I don't always do. I kind of cheated with the description today. I'm not going to talk about all those things that are in there, but it's just a easy way to try and SEO a live broadcast. And the Jim Fannin Show page and the Buying Dominican Republic page on Facebook. You should all have a live feed there. Let me know where you're watching. And then at Jim Fannin on X is live right now, I would think. D Live. LinkedIn. What up, LinkedIn? You're a pain in my ass, LinkedIn. Now everyone wants to talk as soon as I take the microphone live. Oh, what was I checking on? Oh, the Twitter feed. D Live, LinkedIn, Twitch, all those feeds should be live. Oh, and it's got a bad... Twitter didn't change the topic, so I'm broadcasting on Twitter as Kamala Harris concession speech. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Twitter. What the fuck? Oops. That's gross. Anyways, congratulations to the United States of America for getting the election under your belt and out of the way. I hope things are going to improve for you and the rest of the world. Certainly, my hopes and prayers are for Dominican Republic to do well. Yeah, I mean, it's been a great market since I've been here. Real estate is still a safe bet. They will allow you to move large sums of money here with not too much regulation or question, especially if you're buying a big property. You can, I have a great lawyer. And I have some backup music. But this, Guzman is not the lawyer I use. I use Guido Perdomo, but Guzman is a great lawyer also. And also his website is very valuable as far as providing information for expats. And I would highly recommend him as a lawyer anytime I didn't have Guido on hand. But this is a view of walking down Caribe Campo today. We had a hot summer, which is normal for the Dominican Republic. And our weather broke about 2 weeks ago, and the rains came. And now it's not supposed to be actually rainy season yet. I think that's kind of December or January maybe. But certainly there's a lot of activity in the Atlantic Ocean, and we've been feeling it. It's just 2 weeks without sun. It's kind of weird. Because when you have 300 days of 80 plus degree weather and sunshine, I mean all day, when the sun goes away for a couple of weeks, it's like, what's going on here? It's a nice break, don't get me wrong. I threw a sheet on the bed today, me on the bed today, and I haven't done that in 6 or 8 months. It's just too hot for sheets and clothing. I'm actually dressed today. I have shorts and a t-shirt on. Because sometimes I put myself on camera. But the weather is finally broken. So soon we will have a daily low or a nightly low of below 70 degrees, which makes me so happy. So our numbers have been down. If you're trying to sell in this market, and this is not a 3-week to 3-day market, this is a much slower moving market down here. It's a little bit, it takes a little bit of getting used to. This is Ricardo. This is a video recorded today, just a new walk down from Dominican Republic, or from Caribe Campo. So bookings have been kind of off. If you're trying to sell now, you're going to have to be aggressive on your price. The prices aren't going down. They've kind of flatlined, though, but they've seen steady increase for 10 years or more. You know, all through COVID, they rose, all through, even through the bank recession in the States and what was that, 06, 08 type of timeline. They just flatlined. They didn't actually go down. There's some talk of overbuilding and, you know, price values plummeting or going down, but I don't know. I've talked to some local people here that think that that's actually happening right now. They're overbuilding right now. The interest is waning a little bit, and you're going to get caught with a bunch of properties that you can't rent, and there's no income. And I get it. We've seen it happen all over the world, and they're building lots in Sosua now. The whole North Coast is seeing a huge boom, but especially Sosua and Cabarete. Many of the expats are wondering, where are all the people coming from, you know, that are going to take these new properties? So far, so good. Demand has been stable. Rates here are stable but high. I think a 3-year term will cost you about 9%. But if you're looking to get into something like this, also at 9%, but the first year's interest-only payments, it's $109,000 on the beach with a 175 HOA and 6 to 8 months delivery. Ocean Manor, $109,000. Get on it. So that's that. I mean, I'm trying to just get in, test everything. It's a new studio, new location, a few new hurdles as far as daytime noise goes. I am recording this, so I'm going to upload it later with the SEO on the channel. But I should also mention, George's right here. Perfect timing. This is George's. It's right below Casa Manana. That's these apartments here. Oh, you're not looking at the same screen I am because I'm looking at my mug and Larry, what's his name, on the TV. That's no good. Okay, so this is Casa Manana. This is up the hill from Superpola. This is called George's Oasis Bar. And every morning you can get breakfast there. Carolina is the girl in the kitchen in the mornings. And I saw a breakfast come out at 12:30 today, so she's hanging around. And every night except Sunday night when George does his wings is like some sort of Italian feature. And as it's 4:30 my time now, we don't change our clock. So when you fall back in the Eastern time zone and those, Pure Blood, what up? That's my boy Timmy, DJ Timmy Turnip in the house. What channel are you watching on? On the main channel? I'm broadcasting on, I think I'm even broadcasting on the Commission Coach. I'm broadcasting on every YouTube channel I have, which is You've Been Duped, Jim Fannin in Dominican Republic, the Commission Coach, and TrueTube. I think that's 4 channels I have on YouTube now. The backup to the backup to the backup to the backup. So every evening, and tonight is no exception, and tonight's my favorite dish, pasta carbonara. Oh, somebody shoot me. That is a dish that's going out for 560 pesos. Don't ask me how she came up with that price. There is a little bit of construction outside George's, I know. I noticed. I know. Lo sé. I noticed. But for 500 to 600 or 700 pesos, you can get, you know, a classic Italian dish every day. For the foreseeable future, it appears that I will be in George's restaurant right around 6 o'clock. And tonight, I might make sure that I don't get sold out. The other night, I went in for Osso Buco, and I showed up at 6:30 and she was sold out. That's not cool. So I missed the ossobuco, which is another classic Italian dish she makes. Jenny is in the kitchen. If you know her from previous stints in George's Kitchen, you'll know that everything that comes out of that kitchen is like we ordered. We not only did we have, we had yesterday. We had what was it? Broccoli and sausage lasagna. Okay, it was super delicious. It was like a white lasagna, no red sauce. We ordered, the whole table ordered extra rounds of garlic bread after we had eaten. So it was so delicious. I just needed more of that tasty garlic oil in my faccia, in my boca, en la boca. Anyway, this is the place you want to be any day of the week. Sundays he does usually like a trivia bingo or music trivia bingo or something like that. And I hate to change the topic, but can I tell you how glad I am that the United States solved their election issue? And we don't have to go through a week of uncertainty. Unsurety, is that unsurety? I don't think it's a word. And as I turn down most of the fans to not compete with the microphone, I'm starting to overheat. And let's keep these. Oh, that's it. I'm going to keep the next few videos a little shorter. I'm going to touch on. I didn't touch on that. I started touching on it. The tax reform has been reformed. They've pulled the reform. The fiscal plan that they floated in the Dominican Republic is no longer. It was significant, and seeing as though the sitting president is in his second term and feels like he has a mandate, I would suspect that a lot of these things will come back. They were suggesting 11% tax on tobacco and vapes and e-cigarettes and goods that are shipped under $200, and anything that was, internet purchases and electronic services and property taxes. So this was a huge plan, and they pulled it all. So that's good, but I wouldn't be surprised if it came back in one form or another. So if you want to get when the getting's good, right now there's no real estate taxes under $150,000. That's the government assessed value, and it's really an easy country to do business in. The tax thresholds, if you're making money, like legit making money, are not too bad. Like over 400,000 pesos, it's 15%. Over 600,000 pesos, it's 20%. And if you're making more than, let's say, 900,000 pesos, your taxable income is at a rate of 25%. So, but no real estate taxes here to speak of unless you're over $150,000. Immigration's easy. Residence is not so easy. It takes some time and it's kind of expensive. It can be done. So if you want to become a resident, it's not impossible, but it's a little expensive, and I don't know that, having those privileges, being able to get a Dominican driver's license and all that kind of stuff is actually worth the cost, but that's up to you. Lots of people have done it. But as we see the market change a little bit, it seems like we're headed to a period of time when we could be faced with less rentals, less, tourism, and maybe a whole lot more of boomers selling everything they have in North America and moving to a place where the cost of living is a little lower. It's not super low. Like today I was figuring, like, their eggs are dynamite down here, so is their chicken. The pork's pretty good. But a dozen extra large brown eggs, and the eggs are terrific. Brown eggs with deep, dark orange yolks is 125 pesos. I put 2 in my power drink every day, and once in a while I eat, bacon and eggs. That's less than $3 Canadian. So usually I think 125 is 250. You kind of double it is 250 American. It's not quite actually that. It's probably more like $2 American, but it's 280 or 290, I think, Canadian. So, but the other things like fixing your moto, you know, I get an oil change and for $16 or something. You know, there's my boy Danielle strutting like the stud that he is, showing off for the camera. We've got great staff here. It's so, you know, again, I'm going to make this short. I got to get down to George's and get some of that pasta carbonara in. But it took me, after 3 years of being here, it took me almost that long to realize how unknowingly unhappy I was at home. And it's manifest in lots of ways. Like, I barely go watch the sunset anymore. Back home, I needed that almost every day. I've been to the beach a bunch of times here when I have clients in town. Rena's a friend of mine. She does hair there. Ratty's one of the best. Wow, look at that smile. She's there every day, 8 to 5-ish, 8 to 6 sometimes. And then Rena caught me on the way out, and she was knocking on the window. I'm like, oh, you look so cute, like a puppy dog, you know. So yeah, I get down to George's for some pasta carbonara, and I'm going to be starting to do some shorter videos. I'll do another one about the tax situation, the potential impacts that it was posing, but now is not, so that's good. And I got a couple other things too. Immigration, property special. Oh yeah, let's look at a property on the way out. Oh, do I have a new property? Oh, this is like a general interest video for you here. This one's not public yet, but it will be short. Well, I guess it's subject to my advertising. Okay, I must have clicked. This is what, well, this unit, there's 2 of these units on one title. They're 32.5 meters each in size. And my clients bought it with the idea that they needed to be gutted. This is what gutting, can you believe they left that little wooden shelf on the wall? A little spot for an old air conditioner there. They'll probably take that out. But this is like, these are 30-year-old tiles that are coming off the floor, and so it takes the concrete with it. But, I mean, there's no cracks in this building. This building's 30 years old, and it's been through many earthquakes. We'd cleaned up that tree there. That was quite the mess, and I kind of showcase it here by showing the pigeon poop on the side. That's what they look like when they're not taken care of, and there's birds loaded in them, and that's what happens to your deck. So this is much better. They've cleaned this up. Great maintenance here at the Great Campo. So 2 of these units sold for 70 G's. Now, you're not going to be able to find an individual studio apartment here for 35, but I've got 2 that don't quite need this much work. They're renovated kind of five years ago. They got some miles on them. I've got 4 left. 2 packages of 2, 90,000. And they're still going to need significant renovation. I mean, not major. They're occupied now at low rentals. And this is like a $20 to $35 a night rental. Done decently. You'd be looking at, and I wouldn't count on rental income down here because it looks a lot better than it actually ends up being after all the bills are paid. But on a unit like this, you're paying about $90 a month in HOA. $162.50 for the both of them. And you could get a long-term tenant for what used to be $350. Now is more like $450, $550 in that range. Long-term, good tenant. Maybe even $600 if it's really nice, and it includes internet and gas and not electricity. Electricity is always extra, but I do have a couple more opportunities at the $90,000 range. So these guys locked out. They paid $70 for both of them, but there's not going to be any more of these at that price for sure. The last one I sold in here was over a year ago, and it was 40 G's. And if you can even find a single studio right now, probably closer to 60. So these guys are getting in a good deal, spotting something. And I've got another 2-level condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-level condo on the other side of this same building for, I don't know what she'd take, probably 110 or something like that. She was not impressed with 100, but it's probably worth 100 or something like that, 110 tops. But then you put 20,000 in, you do a renovation like this, and it's worth probably that one 140, 150 if it's done nicely. So yeah, if you got it for 100, it'd be a good deal. Put 20 in, it'd be worth 140 easily. And that one, a 2-bedroom, should rent for 900 a month. 2-level, 2-bedroom. Do I have that one up on here? I think I do. I don't like showing you my back end of the, or maybe it's, hopping, que paso. I'll show it to you just before I get out of here. I think I should be able to find it quickly. Maybe not. Videos. Let me show you quickly this one, because it's very similar to the one I'm showing you over here that I showed you that needed a complete reno. 129. It's hard to do when you're live to see or read or remember anything. Where's my 99? Oh God, this is horrible TV. I'm sorry. Why is this not? Is it not live yet? Latest. All right, I have to go into my whatchamacallit. I don't think there's anything hugely wrong with showing you my back end. Where the piss is this video? Chico. ¿Qué pasó? Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is an example of what, and again, it's the Wild West down here, okay? Most of my deals I do on a handshake. I don't even have contracts with these people. I walk them to the closing, I get paid. Like, seriously, it's the Wild West. So far, so good. So this is unit 105, 205. What's going on? Did I slow this down? Oh, I must have. That's stupid. Let's speed it back up. So this is an example of what something near 100,000 that needs a total reno, top to bottom. I don't know. Maybe there's something salvageable in there, but why bother? Just gut it all, start over, make it fresh and new, and get some decent money. This is a decent rental here. Again, the Airbnb stuff might look good. It might even get you, 70, 80 bucks a night in this place. You start looking at 30. If you're booked for 6 months of the year, what kind of, the gross money always looks good, right? So if you're 70 bucks times 30 times 6, it's $12,000. Am I right there? $70 times 30 days times 6 months, because that's what you can expect to get from Airbnb if you're like decent, like 50% occupancy. So when you look at the $12,000 income and you go, that's pretty good, that's 10% return. If I buy for 100 and I put 20 in and I'm making 12,000 gross, it's it's not quite a cap of 20, but you're getting a decent, or 10 I should say, but you're getting a decent return, but that's no fees. And once you net everything out, and then you've got $200 a month, so $2,400 for tax, for HOA, and then other fees like that. It looks a lot better than it actually is. And then you got management fees and commissions and all that kind of stuff, right? It's a lot of work. I've run a few of them. I had 5 last year during the high season, and it was crazy. It was nuts to keep up to. And I was, at that point, I was thinking, if I take on any more, I'm going to need help. Like, I couldn't run 10 alone. I'd need the staff. But still an option when you're not down here to rent out or have a place to send your friends. Something like this is perfect. You can lock a bedroom, make it the owner's suite, rent it as a 1-bedroom. You get less money, but at least you got a place to go that's, locked and safe with all your stuff in it. So what are we talking? 100 here. Not livable now, but I do have one at 129 that's livable. I guess I should show you that while I'm here. That would be wise, no? Yeah, I'll show you the same type of property that doesn't need a complete reno and is 130 after these messages. We don't need my fotch in there. Oh, it's on a Zoom. Okay, so skip this. Here we go. So this is the adjoining unit. Now, if you want to really be creative, buy them both. Join the top floors. And have 2 independent entrances. Well, you have 4 independent entrances to a 4-bedroom, 2-level, 2-kitchen condo semi. You could do that for, $230. That's the way it stands now. So again, here's you own at the top floor, and then you can come out down the bottom floor. It's at grade, so it's a walkout. Interesting layout. So this it's 80 meters on 2 levels, so 40 and 40, 200 a month, HOA. That could easily be a 4-piece bath if you want to show, put it. No, maybe that one not so much. Maybe the other one. No, the other one's maybe larger. You could put a 4-piece in there. Sink, toilet, shower. Not a 4-piece, a 3-piece. They have very few bathtubs up here. But this, again, also like an exclusive listing that no one knows about, brand new on the market, $129,000. It's decent and livable. And it's a great community, man. So, word up. Let me get out of here. I'm over 30 minutes. Is that going to mean I can't upload it to TikTok now? TikTok. Yeah, I'm going to start making the live broadcasts less frequently and uploading more and shorter and more content specific. Don't listen to me. All I do is talk. Shorter and more often in content specific videos. Okay. Again, my name's Jim Fannin. I can be reached anytime. The best way to get me is WhatsApp, but the cell phone is 1-809-330-8926. That's 1-809-330-8926. You can text me, you can call me, or you can WhatsApp me. And I think that's all I got. What are we going to do? Leave you with a little bit of hope. Is that what this looks like? Congratulations to the United States of America. At least you didn't draw the election out for a week and drive everyone and the market into the sewer. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and